Today we're going to look at the 10 best Major League Baseball contracts for clubs in the year 2023. These days it can be difficult for a Major League Baseball club to find value on the free agent market. Players know their worth and agents know how to leverage that worth into massive contracts. And why not? In Major League Baseball, unlike the NFL, contracts are fully guaranteed. So instead of going the easy route and finding a list of overpaid players, we did some research and came up with some contracts that are super bargains for the teams. From aging veterans taking a discount to chase a title, to young players who got locked in undervalued too early, and players who shortchanged themselves following a career year, listen up as we break down the 10 best Major League Baseball contracts for clubs in the year 2023. Number 10, Nelson Cruz, San Diego Padres. 2023 base salary, $1 million. Cruz could have taken substantially more money to play elsewhere, but he chose to sign with the Padres and chase a title as part of their star-studded lineup. True, he's a 42-year-old designated hitter, and he's coming off a paltry season with the lowly Nationals in 2022. However, notwithstanding the COVID-shortened 2020 season, he hit at least 32 home runs each year between 2014 and 2021 and holds a career .860 OPS. In just 21 at-bats this year, he has 2 home runs and a gaudy 1.131 OPS. So any way you want to slice it, the Padres paying this man a mere $1 million for 2023 is an absolute steal by today's standards. Number 9, JT Realmuto, Philadelphia Phillies, 2023 base salary, $23.9 million. How can you say that the highest paid catcher in the league is among the best deals in Major League Baseball? Well, in Realmuto's case, it's one of the rare instances in which a player is cashing checks and the team is definitely getting what they paid for. Realmuto is extremely durable, catching at least 134 games in every full season since joining the Phillies in 2019, and he's a regular fixture in the upper third of the lineup. And he's the only catcher we could find in Major League Baseball that's good at every facet of the game, hitting for average and power while also calling a great game and controlling base runners at an elite level. There's no question the most difficult position in the game to fill is catcher, and with 2 Gold Gloves and 3 Silver Sluggers to his name and showing no signs of slowing down, Realmuto is worth every penny to the Phillies. Number 8, Tyler Anderson, Los Angeles Angels, 2023 base salary, $13 million. If we're being truthful about Tyler Anderson, he's a slightly above average pitcher for his career, with a record of 45-43 and a 4.16 ERA. In 2022, he posted a monster 15-5 record with a 2.57 ERA for a loaded Dodgers squad. So how did he not parlay that into a bunch more money in 2023? Starting pitching is always a premium commodity on the free agent market. Even guys with red flags tend to get rewarded handsomely. Just look at some of the other deals awarded this offseason. Jacob deGrom is getting paid $30 million by the Rangers in 2023, despite not pitching more than 94 innings in a single season since 2019. Justin Verlander is getting paid $43 million by the Mets, despite being 40 years old. And Taijuan Walker, the pitcher who most closely resembles Anderson in career profile but who is also known for late-season meltdowns, is getting paid $18 million by the Philadelphia Phillies in 2023. We all know the Angels have a reputation for shelling out bad contracts, but $13 million for Anderson in 2023 is definitely a bargain for the Angels. Number 7, Brandon Drury, Los Angeles Angels, 2023 base salary, $8.5 million. 2 value contracts for the Angels in a row? Yeah, we're not kidding. But if we had done this list last year, Drury would have been contention for number 1 on this list. Starting the year with a minor league contract on the Reds and becoming one of the biggest all-star snubs of the season. So how did he reward himself for his monster 2022 campaign? He's only the 16th highest paid third baseman in Major League Baseball this year. You can argue that a league average contract is what Drury deserves based on the totality of his career, and you might have a point. But when you consider that Drury's 28 home runs and .813 OPS in 2022 were far superior to multiple third basemen getting paid way more than him, including teammate Anthony Rendon, and his $38 million contract, it's hard not to see the value Drury brings to the Angels in 2023. Number 6, Jose Ramirez, Cleveland Guardians, 2023 base salary, $14 million. Sticking with the underpaid third baseman theme, Jose Ramirez represents one of the best value contracts in all of baseball. It's possible that the yearly escalators in Ramirez's 7-year deal with the Guardians will likely make this deal unsavory for the organization down the road, but that $14 million in 2023 is a true bargain. Ramirez has finished no lower than 6th in AL MVP voting in 5 of the last 6 seasons. And at only 30 years old, there is no reason to believe Ramirez won't be right back in the thick of the MVP talk again and threaten to repeat as the league's doubles leader in 2023. Number 5, Michael Wacha, San Diego Padres, 2023 base salary $4 million. Michael Wacha has always been one of the better pitchers in the game when healthy, as his 11-2 record with a 3.32 ERA with Boston last year indicates. 2022 stats in and of itself make the $4 million he'll receive from the Padres in 2023 a super bargain. But let's take a look at what makes this deal really unique. This is a true prove how good you are and we'll pay you deal. If Wacha pitches well this year, the Padres can exercise an option for the next 2 years at an average annual salary of $16 million a year. If Wacha pitches poorly, he can exercise a player option for the next 3 years at an average annual salary of just $6 million. So the $4 million Wacha will receive in 2023 is essentially the first year of a lucrative contract or the first year of a modest multi-year deal for the pitcher, depending on how well he plays. Some think there'll be many more contracts like this in the future, so players have some long-term security, but teams aren't overpaying for subpar performance. But with revenue in baseball increasing year after year, we're not so sure that's going to happen. Number 4, Luis Castillo, Seattle Mariners, 2023 base salary $10 million. The deadline deal the Mariners pulled off for Luis Castillo was one of the best in recent memory, with his nifty pitching helping propel Seattle to the postseason for the first time in 22 years. His clutch performance rightfully earned him a lucrative 5-year, $108 million extension with the Mariners. But that raise doesn't kick in until the 2024 season, and Castillo will earn an extremely modest $10 million in 2023. For a pitcher with no arm injuries, a career ERA of 3.54, and averaging almost 10 strikeouts per 9 innings, this is about as bargain basement as it comes. Number 3, Yordan Alvarez, Houston Astros, 2023 base salary $7 million. Alvarez had a career year in 2022 by any standards, 37 home runs and a 1.019 OPS, and finishing 3rd in AL MVP voting for the world champion Houston Astros. So it's safe to say that his $7 million salary for 2023 is a bit of a steal. Sure, he gets most of his at-bats from the DH slot, but with both leagues employing the position these days, that's not much of a detriment as it was 5 years ago. And for the perennial playoff-bound Astros, his October numbers are strong, an .809 postseason OPS with the 2021 ALCS MVP to his name. Like the Ramirez deal listed earlier, Alvarez's yearly salary will steadily increase over the life of his 6-year, $115 million deal to fall more in line with his actual value. But this list isn't about long-term deals, it's about best deals for 2023, and the Astros have a great deal for their $7 million commitment to Alvarez this year. Number 2, Freddie Peralta, Milwaukee Brewers, 2023 base salary $3.5 million. The first of 2 absolute thefts to close out our list. In 427 career innings, Peralta has averaged almost 12 strikeouts per 9 innings and has a crazy 32-17 record. With numbers like that, injury is the only thing holding this 26-year-old phenom back from a future Cy Young award. This year he sits at 2-0 with a minuscule .75 ERA in just 2 starts. His $3.5 million salary almost feels like a joke at this point. The Brewers had better enjoy it. If he continues to pitch like this the rest of the season, a very large money truck will be backing up to his house in the offseason. Number 1, Sandy Alcantara, Miami Marlins, 2023 base salary $6 million. The only deal we could find better than a potential Cy Young winner making $3.5 million is a reigning Cy Young winner making a mere $6 million. Yep, you heard us right. Superstar Sandy Alcantara is making just $6 million in 2023. Coming off back-to-back seasons of 200-plus innings pitched, 200 or more strikeouts, and the aforementioned Cy Young, it's hard to fathom just how good of a value the Marlins are getting from arguably the best starting pitcher in all of baseball. Having already thrown a rare 1-0 complete game shutout this season, it looks like the value for this deal is only going to get better for the Marlins in 2023. That's it for the list of the 10 best valued contracts of Major League Baseball in season 2023. Let us know what you think. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel, and look for our next top 10 list coming soon. So long.